Welcome to Imperfect Momming. Our children are constantly looking to us for examples. The term role model doesn't quite cut it here. We are shaping their worldview with every move we make. You see, it's not in the lectures we give or moments where we are actively attempting to teach them. It's in the micro movements we make, the unconscious ways in which we navigate life. We are constantly teaching our children how to show up for themselves, their friends, their future partners, and even their future children. So, what can we do to ensure we are raising thoughtful, compassionate, self-aware human beings? We have to become them ourselves. No one is perfect, but we can still all be better, and it starts with self-healing. Let's get to it. Welcome back to our parent support call for Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. We're so glad that you are joining us today. And we are going to talk about another topic of mindful parenting.
Yes, yes. Hello, hello, everybody. Mindful, and I would even say purposeful, right, Elish? Like purposeful parenting, really getting present and really being intentional about what we're doing inside of our parenting. And I love the lesson that you said that you just got to teach Xander this week and yourselves.
Yeah, we've been I would say that dinner time has been a source of um, a lot of emotions in the last year or so as we've been working on getting my son to try new foods and to to just have an enjoyable like dinner time. And sometimes my fiance and I have different parenting styles, which we can talk about that also. But sometimes we have different parenting styles, and I want to do one thing and he wants to do something else. And then feedback that I get from my son is that I side with my fiance and I don't side with him. And it's like I feel like I'm in between this rock and a hard place because things don't always feel aligned, but I'm like, I don't know what to do. And so, my son is a little bit of a picky eater. And he grew up in a time where I was really just whatever it was that he wanted to eat, then that was what I would make him to eat. I wasn't a planner of meals. And so now he's used to like, what's the thing that I want to eat the most? And then, we started being more intentional about having family dinners and we're all going to eat what we make. And we're going to have try it Tuesdays. And it was, and like I said, there was just a lot of emotions that would come up when he wouldn't eat the food that we made that wasn't exactly what he wanted to eat. Um, and so recently, my fiance had an experience of like, oh, now I understand how it feels to be told I have to eat something that I wasn't even really in the mood for. And so Xander and I had a conversation about, everything that I've just kind of unfolded when we were in the car the other day. And I said, well, maybe we could come up with a happy medium, something that makes everyone happy. And I made the suggestion because of a podcast guest that I had earlier this month. Um, her son was on the spectrum and would get overstimulated at wherever he got overstimulated, and she was able to pick up on the cues of what that looked like, and she had experienced multiple dinner time meltdowns. And so her the way that she had navigated that was if he wasn't in the mood for what she prepared, there were pre-approved meals or snacks that he could eat independently from the rest of the family. So they were all still sitting down together, but she made some accommodations. And it clicked in my head that we could do the same thing where we could make the food for the family. And if it was something that he didn't like, then he could make something for himself that was on a pre-approved list. And when I presented that option to Xander, he was good with it. And when I presented it to my fiance, he was good with it. And so we came up with this system that's going to work for us. That the goal is to have mealtime together. The goal is for him to eat nutritious food that's going to support his body growing. The goal is also that he's going to learn how to cook for himself as he gets older, and when he's out of the nest, that he can take care of himself and he's not living on fast food. So it was just kind of this moment of ah, I found the thing that's going to create this peaceful dinner situation.
I love, love, love everything that you just unpacked, especially because, or maybe in addition to what you've shared, the fact that it's around food. And sometimes, a lot of us, I can speak for myself, as one of these people, like definitely have food issues, right? And there's like when food becomes a battle, it's can even go beyond just whatever that communication sort of struggle is or what that issue is. So there was so many things that you hit that are so powerful that you shared. But the one thing that I'm going to zoom in on is really the communication that happened, which is what I would call win-win communication, because you really tuned into what is it that Xander wants, what is it that your fiance wants, what is it that you want, and then you tuned into how do you all feel about what it is that each of you want. That was taken into consideration. Conversations were had around that. So everybody felt heard, everybody was listened to, and there was compromise. And in addition to that, you like to add to that, which is so powerful, you also, the intention of, since Xander is now, did he just turn 12, Alish?
Just turned 12.
Ah, happy birthday, happy birthday. So like now that he's actually entering into, almost teenagehood, where these are things that he's really can learn to be independent about, it creates that opportunity as well. And so this is so powerful. That's the word that's coming to me. Like it's so there were so many lessons and there are so many things that happened inside of this interaction and inside of this conversation. It's very, very respectful, and I just love it. So congratulations and a beautiful lesson. And one of the things that I am what it's also like bringing up for me is I'm working with a mom right now who has 5 kids, and we've been talking about family meetings and how you can actually set some time aside to have these types of discussions, when especially when you do have multiple kids, and then you have chores in the house that need to be done that are things that are family things that need to be done. So that's something we could pick up on and have a different and separate discussion about. But really, this communication and how you did it was just so beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to family meetings or talking about family meetings in the future also, and the upcoming workshop for that's next week on couple communication and what is it called? Parenting as a team.
Well, it's whether it's as a couple or as co-parents,
Mhm.
right? Like, I mean, um, I am navigating in a divorce situation, how to communicate with my ex-husband, who is, we're not a couple. But we're still co-parenting. We have a shared child who's still under the age of 18 that, we need to communicate. And so these are the things we need to learn how to navigate when we are parenting as much as we possibly can to communicate in a way that is effective and respectful. So it's enhancing couples communication, which is next week. And yes, I think now with Valentine's Day coming up this week, it's a good thing to try and get on board to have that, right? And there's an absolute spillover because when you learn how to communicate well with your partner, whether it's someone that you're in a couple with or not, or your co-parent, it's also you're going to learn to have better communication with your kids and vice versa. So it really comes down to just, communication, effective communication. So
Yeah.
yes, anybody that's in Los Angeles and wants to come live, please, please, please join us next week at 9 a.m. at St. Martin of Tours. It is open to the public, and the flyer will put, I think you may have already put the flyer in the Facebook group, right,
I
Alicia?
did.
What is the address? Do you have it? Can you look it up? But it's at
Yeah,
9.
it's 11:50 something.
Okay, so it's well, that's the address, but the time is from 9 to 10:30 next Wednesday morning, which is in Brentwood in Los Angeles for anybody that is here and wants to come live. And the address is, drum roll, please.
11955 Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, California.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, and we are going to go into our support room and give some live support to parents who would like it from us now that at 9:15 on Tuesday morning, which is where we go live on Tuesdays normally at 9, or pre-recorded if we're having technical issues with Facebook. And then from 9:15 to 10, we do our live Facebook group call as well.
And until we meet again, keep healing. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for tuning in to Imperfect Momming. It's time for us to step up and realize that our power is not in trying to shape our children. Our power lies in shaping ourselves into the people we want our children to model themselves after. Don't just do it for your kids. Do it for yourself. When you become a more self-aware, compassionate, and confident person, you and everyone around you benefit. For more information about me and my work, visit AliciaLyons.com. That's ALYSIALYONS.com. See you next time.